Okay, Katie, can you hear me?
It's actually been working really well. I hasten to say it's not nearly as much fun as being on location,
Katie?
but I am in contact probably every other day with people from Kiribati, either through Zoom or FaceTime or through emails, and I believe that it's a useful way to continue to be of service. I was there 6 weeks literally to the day and had to be pulled out because the concern was that if I became sick and there were no more flights, how did they get me back to New Zealand? So two of us who were on the older end of the volunteer age group were called out first, and within the week everybody was called out. My principal job was to work with the people who are the curriculum development officers, and they write teachers' guides for the textbooks. So much is done online in any case, especially when you're developing curriculum, and I'm able still to do assessments of English capability, and then it's really expanded now into working with the Kiribati community locally, and that's just been a joy.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, we're thinking of doing a sticker book where this would be in a sticker format.
Yeah.
And then they would be able to just stick it on,
Oh, neat.
on a book. Yeah.
Great.
I would love to get to a point where I could do more copy editing as well, rather than just technical grammatical errors and correcting those. I think the net result will end up being pretty much the same as if I had been there, and it may be even a little better through e-volunteering because I'm now able to do some things that I would not have easily been able to do. For example, I can find resources in this country. Being in New Zealand, if I do find the resources I want, how do I get them to Kiribati? You know, that's going to be very much easier than trying from Kiribati to say to people in New Zealand, well, you've got to ship this way and that way and so forth. I can simply go to the post office myself and do it. There's no reason you couldn't mentor, you couldn't help with reading, be a tutor. All of that is possible through e-volunteering very easily. For me, the personal satisfaction of being able to live in New Zealand, I'm very grateful, given what's happened in the world, that I am in New Zealand at this time. Certainly, I'm living in comfort. I get my contact. I get the gratification of seeing some smiling faces on Zoom and people appreciating what I'm doing. So all the things that make volunteering rewarding, I'm still getting. I think that e-volunteering sounds sort of wishy-washy at it, but it isn't. If you set yourself up with a schedule each day, it really is no different than, for example, doing correspondence school or something like that. And I do try and have a daily schedule. I won't say that I always stick to it consistently, but I do try to have a daily schedule of a set number of hours that I devote to VSA work. And that seems to be going quite well.